Before understanding how to code faster, you need to know what is a program. Program is a step-by-step instruction of doing something in your computer. So now the thing is, how do we do that program? We do that program by coding. Now you might ask, like, what is coding? That's the thing which we need to understand. Coding means process of building a program, meaning you are like coding in order to make sure some program is created, and you need to execute that program in order to run it. But is it true that coding is all about creating step by step instruction to run something? Actually, that might not be true. Currently, coding means a building project, meaning you are creating step-by-step instruction in thousands of way, and you are making sure some output is achieved. Usually, you take some kind of input from user and process that data, store it if you want to store it, then return some relevant data to the user. That's how one coding project works nowadays. So you might create one website, you might build one mobile app, you might build one web app, or whatever it might be. All these things should be coded. And what is meant by learning to code? Learning to code means learning just syntax of one particular programming language. That's what is meant by learning to code. Nothing more, nothing less. But actually, in order to do something for real world, you need to start building project. As I mentioned earlier, building project means you are actually creating something that's usable in the world. And why do you need to build project? You build project because you are actually creating something using whatever the coding syntax you have learned. You learn syntax in the beginning. That's like ABCD. Now what to do after you learn ABCD? You need to start actually speaking words, making sentence. Same way, you need to create projects in order to make sure your coding skill is clear and you know how to code. Now you might ask what kind of project you might have to build. You can build whatever the project you want, starting from your portfolio website where it just shows who you are and what do you do. No matter what kind of programming language you use, you need to know how to code using HTML and CSS. And once you know how to code using HTML and CSS, next thing you can do is creating your own website. Once you created it, then it's fine. You can proceed with the building other project in whatever the coding language you might have learned. If you learned Python, then the best chance would be to use Django or some kind of other UI related framework, or even some kind of machine learning frameworks to build something on whatever the thing you want to build. Maybe creating some machine learning model which identifies what somebody's face, or some other thing which identifies object. Don't build hot dog or not project because it's already built by Genia. I'm just kidding for Silicon Valley fans out there. If you haven't watched it, go ahead, watch it. It's amazing show. So there are other options also. If you are learning how to build mobile apps, try building some simple mobile apps like to-do list, notes app, or maybe little bit more advanced one, e-commerce website with login, authentication, all the functionality. Such projects you can try. For web developers out there, it's fine. Go ahead, just ask some of your friends, do they want some website for their business, or you can go ahead and take a walk and ask and build somebody some website and earn money in the process of building it if you want. So either way, you can build website for cafe shops and maybe some charity in your neighborhood or something else. Best way to do this would be, if there is business, then that requires one website. Maybe your college, maybe some shop you visit every day. All of those require website. And best way to do is build one website and go and talk with the shop owner saying, do you want website? Then immediately you make sale happen because you know how to code and you know how to build project. Once you build your project, do you let it keep in your laptop and stay there forever? No, don't do that. Release your project immediately. There are so many free services out there which you can use in order to release your website. Best one is Netlify and Vercel. Even GitHub pages also have that option to release your website. But either way, you need to release it. If it is mobile app, you might have to pay $25 to Google in order to create a Google Play developer account. But the thing is, if you want to build one serious career in your coding project, it's fine to invest it and go ahead, create that account and build some application and release it. It will be very amazing for your portfolio. If you just want to tell somebody that you know how to build a mobile app, then go ahead and just send them the link of that application and tell that you have built it. That feeling is amazing. If you build projects like this every single day, don't build like every single day one project. I'm not telling like that. You need to work on these projects every single day. Then in no time you will be able to master whatever the coding skill you are learning. Coding just doesn't mean like learning one syntax of something. Most people confuse it. That is something like you are like learning basics of coding. Once you learn basics of coding, now it's all about building projects. And whenever you are building project, you will be learning lots of different things in it. And once you learn all those things, you will become master in it, and you will be able to get job or do freelancing or whatever that amazing project you wanted to build all along. So that's it for this video, guys, and happy coding. And if you want to know how to make money after like building your project, here is one video here, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.